manje mfuthu simoja ayivele somosha akekho zodosha engithi manje mfuthu simoja ayivele somosha akekho zodoja yabona kodwa mina kuloko nyashisa nginto nasedobusika sinyaphakamisa itriple I nesibuki yabakhalisa makugena uthinka insimbi hamba ukalisa isitala sakhe stop sign vele siyamisa mangibona sabela impahla zami ziyabiza yabona kodwa mina kuloko nyashisa nginto nasedobusika sinyaphakamisa itriple I nesibuki yabakhalisa makugena uthinka insimbi hamba ukalisa isitala sakhe stop sign vele siyamisa mangibona sabela impahla zami ziyabiza esiyavuma uthinki ighost esiyavuma uthinki ighost ingana sedrop sehlala yenza le moti esiyavuma uthinki ighost esiyavuma uthinki ighost sibhala amashows anobuza amahost bathi dlala dlamini udlala dlamini uyabona labantu baningi bathini bathi dlala dlamini udlala dlamini uyabona labantu baningi bathini Pahlile ngishisa nempepho ngicela babaphansi bengilwela selivumile ngeke ngisashesha bafike ngidolo laba ngeke bangimele mina
It's a beautiful Tuesday, my dear people. We always do
esiyavuma uthinki ighost esiyavuma uthinki ighost esiyavuma uthinki ighost esiyavuma uthinki ighost sibulala amashows anobuza amahost bathi dlala dlamini udlala dlamini uyabona labantu baningi bathi dlala dlamini udlala dlamini uyabona labantu baningi bathini bathi dlala dlamini udlala dlamini uyabona labantu baningi bathini bathi dlala dlamini udlala dlamini uyabona labantu baningi bathini
Dlala Dlamini by the Twinkie. Guys, I always say local as lekker. Imnandi indo yase emalokishini emi guys, it's a beautiful Tuesday, and this is the Creative Corner, brought to you by Share Radio. The number to call Uyayazi, it's 061-524-7758. And later today on the show, Sinipatele, beautiful guests. In fact, not beautiful guests, one beautiful guest and one handsome guest. We've got Untsako, who will be joining us at past, and Umari Ellen was our joiner at 3 o'clock. So do not go anywhere. Make sure that you move, you share the links as is fakileyo on our social media platforms, so that nabanye bantwana would get to grasp the information as is anayo, bafumane the education and how they can entertain themselves. Ningabe namona ke guys, we always ride with you and make sure that siniphathela information ebalulekileyo. So let's talk about izinto that we have been speaking about on our previous shows, and how beautiful the event yethu was. Thank you to everybody who came through. We shared experience, guys. We had fun. We had so much fun. Artists came through, performances, Bezipana, and parents came through. And also we had a fashion show and Auction Me for a Date that will have a reality show very soon. It's coming. We always promise you the best. We always promise you isn't this balekleyo, and we make sure that we deliver. So do not panic. Nangoku Sisacho City. Shared experience was great. So now we have other things on pipeline. As is Lungselela Nina, so that you creatives, artists, know that we share online. You have a home. You have a home. So guys, yes, we are fixing few things. We making sure that we bring you an event that is bigger than a shared experience. Anyway, we shared experience. We had many things about Senzeka, but now let's talk about the art catalog, which you will be seeing on the screen just now. Let's talk about the catalog. Okay, it's called the artist catalog. Basically, if you're creative, if you like arts premier, this is for you. What we do is we list your name, we list what you do and where people can find you. It's more like your yellow book. If you remember a yellow book from back in the days, where you could go there and look for a number a doctor. If you're looking for a plumber, if you're looking for someone or tile, you can go on a yellow book and you find the number you are looking for. So in the artist catalog, guys, ikanjalo, you will go through it. It will be digital. So we send it to casting agencies, we send it to broadcasting companies, we send it to who's who. So what they do is when they receive this digital catalog, and then they're looking for maybe a model, a fashion designer, they can go through it and check into about, okay, fine, Unolu is a model. She has done A, B, and C. This is where we can find her. Bafone. Are you Nolu? Yes. We saw your name, and then we would like to work with you on so. That's umsebenzi wale artist catalog. And then to see your name on this artist catalog, it's only a 20 rand. Yeah, you get to pay 20 rand. And then if you can see on the screen, I'm sure it's there. What you can do is take those numbers and call us or send us a WhatsApp so that uchekishe how to get your name listed on this artist catalog. It does not matter where you're from. We can take your name, say Fake, so that when other people are looking for freelancers and people to do the job, guys, we do great things. Tina Sisha Online, we make sure that we bring you the best entertainment, in education, information, and we put you window that you have never imagined ubungaya khona ngengqondo. Basically, what I'm saying is we bring you information from different offices. We bring you information from the places where you can't go, you can't travel to. Tina Siakiela. We always talk about your GFC, NFC, we always, NFVF, sorry, NAC, SACAV, and other organizations. So we say to you creatives, go out there and look for information. And lucky enough, you guys have us. So we go and look for the information for you, and then we bring you information. Nina ni tata up. It's more like nilobe singing. Basically, nina niloba is singing. You take the information and send it to the but I can't do funny. This is the main reason for this show. We talk about your creativity. We talk about your hustle. We talk about how to turn your hustle into a business. We talk about the places ongaya kuzo. If you are looking for information, and we bring you people that are able to help you to go through a process of you becoming a better person, you becoming a better artist. Fam, this show is for you. As Benchilo Ikamunol Tanwa Konondalana, and time now it's 9 minutes past 2. And we were playing the Twinkie City Udlamini Ghost. Guys, let's support local artists. Let's support a hustle Yasema Lokshini and people abazizamalayo. Remember, we share online. We've got your music video competition. What you do is, if you go on our Facebook right now, you get to see links, you get to see everywhere. And in fact, there's a link circulating on our Facebook page. What you do is you click on the link, it will take you through to submit to be part of the music video competition. And also, after that, submissions on the 30th of June 2023. So after that, is about you voting. When Suzobona, if you've got friends, family members, because what they need to do is vote for you from 30th of June midnight. They need to go to our social media platforms. They need to make sure that they are voting for you. Now we will be part of the 3 people that we will shoot a music video for. Share online, everything paid for. So you do not have to panic. Right. So all you need to do as an artist is to make sure that people vote for you. It is to make sure that you like our Facebook page. So whenever we notify you guys of something, now where you are being notified, you get a notification from our Facebook page. So yeah, guys, the number to call, remember, is 0615247758. Come and engage with us on this close conversation about artists, creatives, and entrepreneurs. Guys, did you know that if we entrepreneur, and you are an artist, you are not an entrepreneur, you are an artpreneur. I bet you did not know that. So please use this time wisely to share the show, and make sure that Nabanyabantu, they come through and watch and listen to the show. So now we are going to an ad break. And then we'll be playing Ujaiva by Osmanga. So make sure that you do not go anywhere. Ngoku will be playing you an ad. And after an ad, we're playing Osmanga. Remember, Share Online is where to be right now. So yeah. Okay. We'll be playing a song now, Ekasmanga, and then we'll be playing an ad after Ingomo. Enjoy, family. Enjoy. Masang.
Jive. Iskasok jive-ales. Iskasok jive-ales. Oh, dabarabada-da-da. Dabarabada-da. Dabarabada-da-da. Idabarabarabara, dabarabara, sisha idabara, 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 sisha idabara. Iskasuk driverless, Ivo iskasuk crew. Shona Banz, Shona Banz, Shona Banz, Shona Banz, Shona Banz, Shona Banz. Follow me season, Shona Banz. Yeah, dabara bara 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 bara, dabara bara bara, dabara bara bara, dara dara, dabara bara bara. Fisha idabara, 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 fisha idabara.
Isikhathi sojiva by uSimangaliso asambeke
Fisha idabara, 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 fisha idabara.
isikhathi sokujiva by uSimangaliso guys uthi sisikhathi sojiva manje. You might be doing izinto ezininzi, you might be juggling emsebenzini right now, but take 2 minutes of your time uthi jiva la like take 2 minutes of your time my dear people and say
Dabarabada da da, dabarabada da. Iskhathi sokujivaless, yeah, oh.
Sisikhathi sojiva manje. Make sure you do not miss out on what we bring you Tina on this creative corner. The number to call is 061 524 7758.
Idabara, 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 sisha idabara.
Yeah, well, creatives, this is a show for you. We talk all things creatives. We talk all things money. We talk all things. We talk about art. We talk about creativity. We talk about how you can make sure that iCraft Yako is seen by people. How you can make sure that iCraft Yako brings money to the table. Fam, we all know it's all about money. It's all about making moolah. So yeah, many artists bahlala njalo bathi it's all about the exposure. It's all about, yes my dear people, it's all about the exposure. I agree with you, but then again, you can't be doing anything for your exposure for years and years and years. We can't do that. Make sure that now craft yako pays you, and on your spare time make sure it's I hope you're having fun, a family. I hope you have fun. Anyways, as Benchilo, go 1:30, we'll be talking to Untsako, who's event organizer, together with other things, Sizovangaye, guys, and a musician. So if you wish to interact with him, make sure that you call us. In fact, you leave us a text on Facebook and WhatsApp to ask a question, Kunzako. And also again, at 3 p.m. we'll be having Mary Ellen, guys, we at practitioner and also we organization Esibiza is archive. So she's a right person to talk to. She's a right person to ask questions. So make sure that from 2:30 until 3:30, it's time for us to inform you. It's time for us to educate you and entertain. When make sure that you do not go anywhere. So fam, earlier this week I saw. We all know that kuphume uShaka Ilembe. Yabo? We all know that. So, after Ipumile, one person together with the crew yake, they came through. But no man, this concept that siyaz, concept yetu. It's more like I pitched it to my friend, and my friend went and pitched it kwi multi-choice kumzansi. That's the story. I'm not saying it's true. But what I want us to talk about now is how you can make sure that umsebenzi wakho akaweli kwizandla zabanye abantu. Your work doesn't get stolen due to maybe mistakes, due to stupidity, or due to greediness. Remember? So that's one thing I want us to talk about today. Ensuring that umsebenzi wakho do not get stolen. What I want us to do, I want you guys to go on Facebook. Tell us a similar story. Tell us a story where umsebenzi wakho wena, I'm so sorry about that, umsebenzi wakho got stolen, or tell us a story so that abanye abantu they could learn from what you are saying, because the industry is going through a lot. The industry is facing izinto. So I remember back in the days when I was working with Isarchive, this organization that assists youth, there will be challenges as needs of people saying, I submitted PCHAM on multi-choice, I submitted on SABC, but then again, they went quiet on me. After a few years, I'm seeing the same concept but with a different name. Yeah, but so we can't run away from them. They happen in industry. So what I want us to do is to talk about this. I want us to discuss it further. I want to discuss ways on how we can make sure that we run away from imisebenzi yethu being stolen by production companies. We run away from imisebenzi yethu being in fact being stolen by the big guys. I remember SABC has this thing. They give you to sign before upicha kubo. On this form, there's a clause that says, please note that we might have a similar concept. Efana na lena. So what does that mean? It means you can sit with us and pitch your concept. And then singayithathi because it's similar from what we already have. But if you see us producing Lando 2 years from now, know that it's ours. It's the one that we have. Yeah, but so I want us to talk about those things. I want us to talk about the possibilities of you ensuring that umsebenzi wakho akabiwa. The possibilities of ensuring that you do not come across indoba uthi i-production enkulu stole your work. I'm not saying I don't trust you. I trust you because I know these people. I trust you. Don't get me wrong. However, I feel like there are things we could do to avoid a situation as injalo. I feel like guys, there are ways. I remember some other time I was speaking about this thing and someone said, you need to email, whether it's a script or the idea to you before emailing it outside. I don't know if it can work. However, 061-524-7758. Please do tell us, Uba, does that method work? The method of emailing yourself umsebenzi wakho before emailing it out, because I know these people can be tricky. These people can steal your work ujongile, yabo. So I don't know whether emailing yourself umsebenzi wakho would work. However, if when you know something esingayaziyo on the show on how you can safeguard your work, how you can make sure that even if you go and pitch, they do not steal your idea. Because I've heard that, okay, fine, nangu so, they want to pitch to Moja Love, and years later, a similar concept came true. Even myself, I remember I want to pitch at Moja Love. I sat down with these people. I poured my heart out. I sold this idea. And then later on, they were like, have you ever, after school, have you ever worked with any major production company? And I was like, no, I have not. They said, oh, okay. After that, it was unfortunately. But after unfortunately, they were like, can you give us the report? Can you give us your pitch document so that file? It's only after that I'm like, no, man, these people are after this thing, but they did not want to give it to me, ubandi producer or what, I don't know. They wanted a concept for themselves. So yeah, before we go to the first guest, we're going to play a song, Ubaba Juvenile by Mark. So don't go anywhere. Make sure that you share the interview, and yeah, let's go. The number to call is 061-524-7758. Masame Fa. guys, I always say this. I'm gonna say it again. Local is lekker. Esitsho ke ubaba uMark esithi baba juvenile. So, time now is 2:30. And the number to call is 061 524 7758. And this is the Creative Corner, the only show around that talks to you about creativity, that talks to you about your artistry. That talks to you about everything that has to do with turning your hustle into money. So whatever we might talk about, it will all result to making money out of your hustle. So now we are going to talk to Untsako. We are going to talk to Untsako just now. So yeah, let me call him. Let me make a call. Let me make the call.
Hello.
Ntsako, you are live on Share Radio. Kunjani?
Kona minjani?
Ndiyaphila Ntsako. How's the weather right there? Njani weather?
The weather,
Yeah.
bit sunny.
It's sunny.
Yes.
So you must be wearing shorts.
Not really. I'm coming from town, so no.
Oh, okay. Ntsako, can you tell us about yourself, Ubangubanu Ntsako, and all? You can mix with your language and yeah, if we answer. So let's talk about who's Ntsako and Ntsako wenzani where. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Tsako is just a rural boy from Bokota, outside Ilim in Limpopo. Education, I'm doing my 4th year at UNISA in education.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm also an event organizer,
Okay.
also an author, also a manager to some local artists.
Okay.
I'm 23.
You are 23 years.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, Ntsako. Okay. Let me do this for you.
Okay.
Like I'm clapping for you. Like you've done a lot for somebody on at 23 years old. You've achieved a lot because now when we look outside, abantu abaninzi bana 38 and they're doing nothing about ubomi babo. Yabo? So hence I'm saying
Yes.
you deserve ubandi kuqhwabela izandla because you've done a lot.
Thank you.
And yeah, I'm super proud of you. And it tells us that at least we're going to learn a lot from you today. I hope you've got time. Take off your jacket, nobu uhlale phansi or anything, because me and you sisazoxoxa right now. So you
Yeah.
mentioned that you are artist manager, ne? Right?
Yes.
We call it agency.
Yes.
Okay. Before ndibuze this question, which artists are you managing? Is it your actors, musicians, or it's in it?
Oh, okay. I'm managing a musician, Shikaza artist, which is DJ Kasi,
Okay.
and then Boza Vutmag, D-Boy Issue, and DJ Neo.
Okay. Can you tell me umsebenzi where artist manager first? What do you
Oh,
do?
okay. Okay. Mina, as for myself, ninga vula ku ni organizer the event.
Okay.
So ni tivana na vanhu va few na vona, which are my fellows va organizer the event. So swi ni pfuna ku ri ni kota ku kumela ti-artist leti ni ti manajaku ti event so easily, ni tlhela ni ti promota hi ku ya hi ku languta talent ya tona.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, for somebody to qualify uba manager, what's needed for an artist to have a manager?
Okay. I can say you have to be a hard worker. You have to be passionate.
Okay.
You have to be talented. Yes. You have to know what you are doing,
Okay.
and then can give you an ear, and then I take you forward.
Okay, that's good. Then I can see you are taking me forward. So let's talk about the difference between having a manager and not having a manager, because artists needs they are on the game. They feel like it's better to not have a manager than to have a manager.
Okay. It depends. I popularity lewe i nga na yona hi nkarhi walowo.
Okay.
Because ka every industry kuna i fanekele i va i ri connected, leswi ni nga vula ku in terms of ti-event na swilo hinkwaswo. I nga va u ri talented, u nga va u swi kota ku yimbelela, i nga va swi kota ku endla yini, mara u kuma ku loko i nga ri connected wa tsandzeka ku fika laha u yaka kona. So mina, as for myself, I just take this artist to the game. Then after sweswo loko va swi vona ku ri say they are on their own, they can go forward on their hi vuvona bya vona, ma vona.
Okay.
Because na mina ni tshama ni va under someone before, se lero na yi tiva difference ya ku va munhu wo karhi a va a ri na manager na loko a nga ri hava. So lexi ni va endlaka xona mina ni va dyondzisa this game ku ri loko va fanekele va tiyimela in future va fanekele va endla so na so na so na so, ni va tivanisa na vanhu vo hambanahambana. Then kusuka kwalako him or he will decide ku ri okay, na ni huma xitandi or something.
Okay. You if I heard you correctly, you said now you were also on the game, right?
Yes.
So which way worked for you? Did you have a manager or did you not have a manager?
Both. Ni tshama ni va na manager before, ni tshama ni tirha ni ri nexe.
Okay.
Because loko ni ri na manager swi ni pfune ku ni kota ku hlangana na vanhu vo hambanahambana lava nga ni pfuna ka career ya mina. A ku ri ka site ra poetry, a ni endla leswa praise poetry.
Okay.
So swi ni endle ku ri ni tivana na vanhu vo hambanahambana na ti-event nyana ta few leti a ni ta va ni nga ti kumangi loko a ni ri nexe.
Okay. So
Yes.
okay, I've heard all that, ne? So if you
Yeah.
were to advise somebody who's a musician, would you say they should go for a manager, right?
I can say it depends
Okay.
on the management which is working, which you are working under.
All right. Okay.
Because I know you work on a different contract. You work on a different protocol, so it depends. Because you can hear outside, some are complaining about their management, some are busy complimenting their management, so it depends.
Okay. No,
Yes.
I hear you, and you're making sense, because some would have a manager, but it won't work for them. But some would
Yes.
not have, and yet you would see that no, they lacking management here.
Yes.
Because sometimes the artist is good, they talented, however there's no discipline, there's no connection, as Busicho, there's no hard work, uyenza nje, and those people, they do need managers.
Yes, and then sometimes to be a manager, you also discipline your artist. It's not
Yeah.
about finding gigs only. You have to teach him about life in general. You have to manage him as a whole.
True.
Yes.
So, what I love about you, Nzako, is that you've got everything here that I'm looking for. So, I do not have to travel and go elsewhere to find some information. You have everything in you. So now, Nzako, I want us, with the information that we have about artist management, I wanted us to use it then on your events organizing, right?
Okay.
As an event organizer, in fact, as a manager, what would you advise your artists when it comes to events organizers? Because there's one thing I've seen is that every week, local artists, they have gigs. They go and perform. They go and do your MC gigs, but they do not have money. So I want you to help me find a problem between the artist manager and also the event organizer. There must be a problem elsewhere for an artist to keep on going to events and yet they do not have money. You hear me?
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah.
That can be caused by the agreement between the manager and the artist.
Okay.
What we agree on each other when we first meet and talk about everything. Most of the time, managers use drafted contracts, and then, okay, let's say I approach this other artist, okay, come and work on my team, blah, 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 blah. And then let's say my management or my team is very big. They get very excited and forget to read that contract in details and find out how are they going to earn after maybe every event,
Okay.
And then that's cause many problems because as soon as they go to the different event, they started to think that they've made it, and then they forget that they never dealt with the contract or read it before.
Yeah.
So that's what kills most of the artists.
Okay. Before we continue, Nzaku, my dear people, you are still watching Share. The Creative Corner, brought to you by Share Online. The number to call is 061-524-7758. Please do text me on WhatsApp and Facebook if you have questions for Nzaku. Make sure you hit the dial and also share the live. Nzaku?
Yes.
As Besiteta, there's one thing I want you to make me understand when it comes to events. Because
okay.
My main mandate is to help artists to turn a hustle yabo into making money. So there's this thing ANZekayo when they go and perform with clubs, right? Or
okay.
Events. Unolu will be paid 2,000 and also a rider. And then your rider it costs 700. Is there a need for the rider? Can't I just take 2,700 in the Pumengomnyango?
For the most of the clubs or taverns, I can say they work differently. Okay. What I have noticed or realized just that it is so easy for them to take out the alcohol and give the artist, but so hard to give cash.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so it's so hard to take that 2.7.
Yeah.
So they're gonna say no. We are offering you this right. Never translate it to man or whatever. So it's so hard most of the time.
So rather than giving them money, they resort to giving them alcohol.
Yes.
So it's not the case of, okay, it's all good. So let's leave from a point of view of a club owner. Let's come to the artist now. Is there a need for the artist when, as a manager, when you guys talk between when an man in a artist yako, is there a need for the rider? Can't you just take money and do something better, something to uplift ubombe artist?
As for myself, there's no need.
Okay.
there's no need for a rider, because it's not a must for an artist to drink, you know,
Yeah.
because that's not their purpose. So there's no need for a rider.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. True. So, we spoke about riders. We spoke about your events organizing and all. I want you
Yeah.
to talk to artists in Zakone. Because
Yeah.
I'm sure you've had challenges, you've dealt with few people, Bati Nzagomna, I've been on the game for so amount of time. I have not gotten my breakthrough yet, right?
Yes.
So to those people, what would you say as advice ungatini? Like how should they go on forward? Like how should they look at a craft yabo, what to fix and when to fix it according to you?
I can say they should not give up.
Okay.
They shall not give up, and then they have to be more professional than before.
Okay.
Because once you become unprofessional, you ruin it all. Even if you are talented or not, you ruin it all. You have to stay in a line almost every time.
Yeah.
You see, you have to be disciplined.
Yeah.
You have to not show people that you are desperate, because they will use you, and then at the end of the day, you will not have a breakthrough.
True. True.
You know, yeah, and then you have to be what I said. You have to be passionate as always about your music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you, Ntako, and I love that you mentioned discipline, because discipline
Yes.
is one thing I feel like it will take the artists or creatives far. Remember,
Yeah. Very
your
fun.
talent can attract people.
Yeah.
Abazakunceda. However, how to
Yes.
maintain that, kuzodingeka discipline, passion, and all of those things. Thank you very much
Yes.
for that part. Nzago, I think we need to talk about what's going on with industry right now, because we've seen abantu that bati so stole idea yam or stole my music. Even now, I was looking I was looking at something up about DJ Maporisa. They were forced to pay 1 million to this artist bamthathela ilando yakhe umsebenzi wakhe. So we can't run away from the fact that izinto ezinjalo, we face that on daily basis. However, I wish, if you have any knowledge or any formula yaziyo uba, how can artists make sure that they don't come across into enjalo? Because bona, okay, fine, it might happen or Maporisa and all, because they've got money, they afford lawyers, but artists on the ground, they do not have money. If Khosi takes my work, he takes my work, there's nothing I can do about that, right?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
prevention is better than cure. Now, how can we prevent artists on the ground zibelwe umsebenzi wabo from losing
Okay.
their work?
Mostly, those kind of issues comes from unknown artists. You know, I remember mentioning the word desperate.
Okay,
You
yeah.
know, most of the time, even myself, I can receive a text from this unknown person saying, "Okay, I have this beat. I'm offering you. You know, just like that. I'm offering this beat. You can use in one of your artists in Jan. Then obviously, loko ni yingisela that beat nita kuyabane, I will use it. You know." So lexi mina ni nga ta xi vula ku swi vangiwa hi ku va ti-artist ri desperate most of the times, ti kha ti lava a breakthrough.
Yeah.
Va teka mintirho ya vona ya leyi yi venge yi best ka vona, va yi offera ka DJ Maphorisa. Okay, let me say hi mina ni artist I'm unknown a ni tiveki njhani njhani ni na this beat, obviously loko ni lava ku impressa DJ Maphorisa I cannot say I'm selling this beat,
Yeah.
because I'm unknown. But that time like okay, I'm giving it to you for free. Kuma ku Maphorisa i kuma beat leyi a va na plan na yona a yi tirhisa ngoma yi huma yi duma, se obviously luya wa local se ya ku sungula ku that's my beat, se ku va na case ku ve at the first time i tirhini I'm offering you this beat.
Yeah.
Mara just because that beat is a hit, yeah, change a story. No, no, no. He stole it. Even Jani DJ Maphorisa got that guy akanganti at the first time,
Mm-hmm.
Say you're not probleming on the local artist. No, get your story straight at the first time. I'm selling beat. Log Maphorisa are interested utashaba beat. Log are interested and then you will move forward. Ungatsuk about desperate na suknaro because they will use you.
That will use you. Okay.
Yes.
Here again, Goku, how can we use the same strategy, but here amongst ourselves as local artists? Because isn't it so? They happen. You pitch an idea to your friend, and your friend sees that the idea is good. They go and pitch it elsewhere. How can we
Oh.
avoid that?
Oh, okay. Let me say, Namina, I once came across the same situation,
Okay.
telling a friend an idea, and then he went by telling someone, and then at the end of the day, it was someone's work, So, I can say, never tell someone your plans until ti humelerile. Okay, let me say you are trying to host an event,
Yeah.
then you have this idea. Even then, when you're not fit for it, then you better tell someone who's bigger to you, and then blah blah. No, try it on your own. You see, kuna loko kuma ku ri wo yiveriwa ku ta va ku ri na ti-witness to tala because vanhu va ta va swi vonile ku ri you are the founder of this kind of
yeah.
event,
Yeah.
handle ka loko se phela loko no mi byela ku mina ni na this event mi ya byela un'wana a yi endla ku hava na proof.
Okay.
So try to do it on your own. If you have this idea of singing, try by your own, sing that song on your own.
And then take it out to say ye idea that ehlangene vele.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then okay, swi fana loko maybe kuma ku na this other person wa hi vona ku this idea yi bright yo leka ti-resources, and then he will take it from there a nga ku pfuna or something because swi nge he vi easy a yi yiva loko se yi va yi ri broadcasted mavona.
Yeah.
Se mara loko yi nga tiveki yi tiva hi wena munghana wa wena byele munghana wa wena ntsena a suka a byela un'wana swi ta endla ku pfumaleka evidence la xikarhi yo it was your idea.
True.
Yes.
Thank you, Kakulu. Thank you very much, Nzagu. Are you also an author, right?
Yes.
With this few minutes, can you tell us about your books?
Oh, okay. In total, I have 4 books. The first one was released in 2020, July. It was a collection of poems. I was featured. It was called Yiwile Rimonzo, published by Muimeri Book Publishers. They based in Gauteng. And then early this year, okay, I say in March, I have published 3 books which are on my name.
Okay.
One poetry book called Mbuti Amabenzi is a collection of poems, and then 2 novels which are Mihlotia Queen Elizabeth and Rengu. Then I can say I'm the first Xitsonga person to release 3 books at once.
Wow! Congratulations. Hopefully
Thank
we'll be able to invite you in sometime because there's one show that will talk about books and all. So we'll definitely invite you in and then send a book review and all. Before
Okay.
Sidropa, can you give few words, advice to creatives there who are listening right now?
Okay, about books or
No, general.
general in life.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It feels like I've been saying one advice, then saying you should not give up.
Okay.
Whatever you face in life, don't ever take yourselves
For
so down.
granted. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
always keep yourself up, and have that spirit that I'm a fighter. I'm going to make it, because every situation is temporal.
Okay. So when can people follow you? Where can they follow you?
Oh, okay. They can follow me on Facebook, on my page Renoshid Malangavi,
Okay.
and then on TikTok also Renoshid Malangavi. Those are my two social media platforms which are active right now.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ntaku. Hopefully, everybody who's listening gets to learn one thing or two. Wishing you all the best on your journey as an author, your journey as an events planner, and other things. Ozenzayo. Thank you very much for sharing the information you shared. I
Bless.
appreciate you. Thank you. Have a good day.
Too.
That was Untaku, guys, the events organizer and also an artist manager, along with other things. You can go through page yake and check uba uhamba kanjani esithini. So let's go on music before we call the next guest. Guys, dinipete sharp. I've got you covered. The number to call is 0615247758. Now we are going to play Humble Moss, featuring Humble Moss and Rafiki Rhythms, featuring AK0 or AK0. I'm so sorry if they pronounce it wrong. Besithi ndihamba nawe asambe ke. Right advert. Oh, okay, we'll play it. Could you mind after Ulo? What's up? Good God, the whole day, I promise you, God is my witness.
Hamba nawe ngizobabona kusasa mina ngihamba nawe ngihamba nawe hamba nawe abangani ngizobabona kusasa mina ngihamba nawe hamba nawe hamba nawe abangani ngizobabona kusasa mina ngihamba nawe ngihamba nawe hamba nawe abangani ngizobabona kusasa Rafiki usevukile umalambani nebenkhuluma benithi khambani mina ngibaprova bamangala makhiwe igate songena ngomthangala bathi jumpa luthangala makhiwe igate songena ngomthangala angithi uswile mabhebeza makhiwe igate songena ngomthangala usevukile umalambani nebenkhuluma benithi khambani mina ngibaprova bamangala makhiwe igate songena ngomthangala bathi jumpa luthangala makhiwe igate songena ngomthangala angithi uswile mabhebeza makhiwe igate songena ngomthangala hamba nawe abangani babona kusasa mnana hamba nawe hamba nawe abangani babona kusasa mina ngihamba nawe hamba nawe abangani babona kusasa mina ngihamba nawe hamba nawe abangani babona kusasa
serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope. You're listening to Share available. You're listening to Share Radio, the best online visual.
Yes. We are back, and we are even back. I don't even know Londi Tetandoni. And this is the Creative Corner, brought to you by Share Online, and now it's 3 minutes past 3. The number to call is 061 524 7758. We were playing Humble Moose and Rafiki Rhythms, featuring AK0, the sitting Yamba Nawe. Guys, I would so much love to hear somebody saying Ni Hamba Nawe Nals, but get us Koklondao. Let's quickly go and call Mary Ellen. Let's quickly go. What's up? We're ready. I would say already. Hi, Mary Ellen. You are live on Share Radio. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm all good. Fortunately, we could not do the Zoom call for now, for today. But this is not the last conversation we have. So, yeah. How's your
Not a
day going?
problem.
How's your day going, Mary?
Well, my day is going beautifully, thank you. I did my face thinking we're going to have a Zoom thing.
No,
So now I look
guys.
extremely beautiful for nothing.
Technicals. No, I don't. I'm not happy with this. I'm not happy. Eish.
No, but it's good. Like my day is good, thanks. It's just relaxed. A few proposal drafting here and there, as you know.
Yeah,
It's that time. Yeah.
it's that time of the year.
Yeah.
Can you tell us, Mary Ellen, what you do, kakle, industry?
Okay, so Mary Ellen is an arts practitioner. I am a creative business consultant. A lot of people might not know any of the two things or two terms that I've just mentioned right now.
Yeah.
So I'm an arts practitioner, meaning I am full-time in the arts. I'm full-time in the creative and heritage space.
Okay.
I am a creative business consultant. I assist artists regarding the business aspect
Okay.
of the art. So I will teach you about proposal drafting. I will teach you about how to handle your business as an artist, because we all know that artists are getting scammed day by day.
Exactly.
And and that is something that we can't stop until you are fully equipped and knowledgeable enough to defend what's yours.
Okay. Mary, before we called you, I asked a question from our previous guest that, now about what can be done to make sure that as the artists we do not lose umsebenzi wethu to production companies, because there's this thing that was circulating that Ushaka Ilembe was stolen from one person to another. So Tina, we are trying by all means to make sure that the artists who are listening and watching at this moment, bayazi no man, I can do A, B, and C to make sure that umsebenzwa I safeguard my work, right?
Sure.
So I love the fact that when now you are somebody okwesi space who's already in the space, and when you give the advice, you'll give the advice of based on something you go through on daily basis, something you see happening with artists, all right?
Right.
So as arts practitioner, you deal with proposals and all those things. So take me through the people and challenges that you have had artists facing on daily basis, because I feel like that way we can be able to say, okay, fine, A and B, there's a problem. And perhaps there's also somebody who's listening right now, ozawuthi, I relate from what Mary Ellen had said. Ne. So can you take me through each challenges as means that are being faced by artists out there?
All right, not a problem. Okay, so Nolu, I work for an organization called the South African Arts and Culture Youth Forum, SACIVE in short. And what we do is go around the province educating artists about the business side of your talent.
Yes.
So what I've seen most of the time is that the first problem that artists face, especially in areas that are underprivileged or places that are not focused on, they struggle with access to knowledge.
Okay.
Right? Access to information, rather. So you would find Uguti, they do not have access to the internet, or they don't have access to provincial business of the department or people that can assist them via their craft.
Yeah.
So that is the first problem that really we need to do better in terms of inclusion, including people from remote areas in whatever opportunity that comes up, and we just don't focus on the big cities.
Okay.
Number one. Number two, our artists, I don't want to say they are lazy, because most people say that, but they do not, it's like they are not hungry for information. Therefore, you will tell a person to achieve 1, 2, 3, you need to do 1, 2, 3. And they will still expect you to spoon food them, and they will still expect you to do certain things for them. And that is not helping us. In fact, it is killing us, because if you can see, most of the things that they need to apply for, or most of the opportunities that are out there, require you to be proactive, to research, and to avail yourself. So if those 3 things don't coexist, you won't go anywhere, because if meaning information, and then I then have to take you to the place, I then have to fill the form for you, then it becomes a problem.
It becomes a huge problem.
Exactly. Number 2. Number 3, intellectual property, like you had just said. You come to a person like me, you are fully trusting me with your idea, because I am a business consultant. You tell me, Mary Ellen. So just what I do on a daily basis. I'm a concept developer, so I help a lot of people take their concept um, from just an idea to actually being implemented. So you find a person who comes to me, Mary Ellen, I have an idea. Okay, what do you want to do? How do you want it to go? Where do you want it to be? And how are you envisioning the whole process? You tell me those things, I'm the person that helps you put it down onto paper to a point that it makes sense to the funder.
Yes.
Right? Because when you are working in this space, you even know the funding criteria, you know the what do you call?
Okay, basically, you know what the fund is.
Yeah,
looking for.
compliance.
Yeah.
That's the word I was looking for. You know all the compliance that you need to adhere to. So I teach you that. And then now you come to me and then you tell me all this idea. One thing I would advise artists to do not communicate your idea only word of mouth.
Okay.
Because there is no evidence unless you are recording the conversation, then it's fully allowed. But I wouldn't advise you to share your idea fully, just word face-to-face conversation, and unless you've got a witness also there. But I don't think a witness is good enough. So you need to have your idea sent through to the person in writing or in audio form. Just it needs to be traceable.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You need to have evidence that you spoke to the person about this. And another thing, on my emails, guys, I know artists and emails are not, you know what I'm saying? But your guys, email, it will simplify a whole lot of things. That's where you have a record, even if you can lose your phone, even if you can lose, do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So put everything in writing and learn to formalize your craft. The reason why people are not taking us seriously is because we are too casual and we take ourselves too casually. We don't take ourselves seriously as professionals. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
So if you can learn to professionalize your craft, makuba ne business meeting, show up dressed like you are going for a business meeting. Don't show up in your, I know Guti, it's a bit challenging because sometimes we are restricted financially here and there, but at least show that you made an effort, because that will literally train you to do most of your work professionally as well. Show up on time for meetings, show up knowing what you want, showing. Oh, and another thing, Nolu, because I assist a lot of people online, this is what gets to me, and I really hope, Uguti, there's a lot of artists listening. If you're gonna text a person and you are requiring assistance, don't just send a hey.
Hey, how are you? How you doing?
Yes.
Yo.
Don't do that. Don't send a hey and then you're waiting for me to say, hey, who's this? How are you? Or what? No. Just send them. Your text must be straightforward from the beginning. Hello, my name is Mary Ellen. I am an arts practitioner and I got your number from Nolutando because I require assistance regarding 1, 2, 3. And I was wondering if you can assist me via 1, 2, 3. Because as much as you are asking for, as much as you are telling me who you are and what you do, you also need to say what you are expecting from me. All right. Without you are eliminating the whole process of having the person have to ask you first, okay, how may I help you? You know, so you state all of that in your text. And trust me, you will get a better response when you do that than when you send a, hey, how are you? Hey, how are you?
Okay.
Yeah, and I think, that's, those are the main things.
Okay. Before we continue, Mary Ellen, fam, you are still watching and listening to myself, Unoltano Akonandalana. This is the Creative Corner brought to you by Share Online. The number to call is 061-524-7758. Send us a text on Facebook or WhatsApp to ask questions, go Mary Ellen. So I like the fact, Mary Ellen, that you also mentioned how they can make sure that umsebenzi wabo they safeguarded, because one artist.
Sorry, Nolu. Sorry to interject there. I left out a very important point there. There's
It's
something
okay.
called IP, intellectual property.
It's called what?
IP, intellectual property.
All right. What is that?
Every artist, yeah, needs to be aware of that. That's how you protect your work, actually. It's when you register your work with the CIPC, ukuthi vele it belongs to you. It's intellectual property, and they have made it easier that if you post something online and you are the one who did it first, and it's not protected in a way, but the online policies have made certain restrictions and measures that protect other people's work online.
Okay. So let's talk about the CIPC one. If I go
Yes.
on CIPC, because according to Knowledge Yam and other people are watching and listening right now, we know CIPC as a place up or register corner your company, right?
Correct.
And you need to pay money to do that. So even with this one, do you pay money or it's just you registering the idea?
I'm not sure because I've never had to
there, okay.
register any. Yeah, I've never had to assist anyone.
Okay.
But I do know that it is there. ECIPC is not only for company registrations; it's for trademarking your work. It's for protecting your intellectual property as well, like I just said. So
Okay.
if you don't just take my word for it, like I said, research is very important. You need to just look into certain things yourself, and then you will be more knowledgeable. And also, there's on our SACHIVE page, our South African Arts and Culture Youth Forum page on Facebook. We usually have these Zoom seminars and workshops.
Yeah, I think I
where
saw
we-
one the other day.
Yeah, where we also have one regarding the CIPC
Oh, okay. I'll definitely
and
go through
intellectual
it.
property.
I'll definitely go through it and maybe make a tag or something. But I think that is information that my listeners or local artists really need to hear because Kenyani lack of knowledge on the ground it means
True.
it's all about going to a club, event to perform, but at the end of the day they have nothing. They have
Yeah,
nothing.
I think it was who? Was it Zab? Mugs, the last letter. Oh, no. Hey, I'm messing up people's names. But there's yes, it's Mugs, where he says in one of his rap songs, we perform for handshakes and sodas.
Exactly.
You don't do that. You don't just perform to sit in the VIP area. A lot of artists get bribed. No, if you perform here, you'll be sitting at the VIP area. We'll give you food for free. That is standard. That should be the case, but you still need to get paid.
Exactly. The nice thing is before I was speaking to this guy who's an events organizer and also an artist manager. So my question was, Mary Ellen Uba, why is it important for artists to go and perform and get riders? Because now Ilemali rider, I feel like it's something they are taking it from the money that you're supposed to walk away with. Yeah, but
True.
so now you go there, bakniki 1,000 rand, and the rider yako, the alcohol that costs 900 or even more. So it doesn't make sense for artists. It doesn't make sense. Hence, tomorrow, artists they can't even afford to shoot their music videos. They can't even afford Ubamakus to send your monologue. They don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Because
True.
of the money, bahamba bayo skis baya events and come back with nothing at the end of the day.
True.
You
So, Nolu, I think the problem is the
Okay.
fact that we are so hungry for an opportunity, and a lot of people are riding on the hiring you for exposure
yeah.
train.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I get it.
So like we are here as artists, and you are looking for opportunities, because remember, it's not like I'm an opportunity aware. It's just that it's always the same faces.
Over and
Um,
over again, yeah.
yeah, and which is, you can't fight that. I mean, you can't fight into ngase yakho. Hence, I say to artists, no, mawubona ngathi there is no opportunity. Create an opportunity. Because the event ofuna ukuperforma kuyo was once someone's idea who created an opportunity for themselves.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I get it.
Create an opportunity for yourself. If you see Gucci, there are no doors that are open,
Open
look through the windows,
one.
look through, like kick the door down, do something.
Open one.
Because like true, because even when I assist these my fellow artists,
Uh-huh.
you will find Gucci, one of the requirements when I'm assisting you with your proposal and your idea and whatnot, funders don't fund ideas. That's one thing you need to know.
Okay.
Funders fund projects that exist. They don't fund ideas. So if you're gonna apply, let it be because you have done something that supports what you can do this thing.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I get you.
So yes. So while you are waiting for the funding, do something that shows what you are already in the space. You are already moving. You're not expecting someone to put in money into something that you are just about to test out.
True. Mary, this thing you just mentioned reminds me of something. If you remember, years back when I came to the doors of Sarkive, I was just
Yeah.
Nolu from Eastern Cape, a filmmaker, looking to make it big with industry. And then when I saw that the doors were not opening, I came down, in the Panze, and I said, okay, fine, this is what I want. Now, how do I make sure that I achieve this? Years
Yeah.
later, I like in the pusher and saw ways to build a door for myself. Because if somebody else keeps on closing the door, they can't close my door.
True.
So
True.
it's something artists are locally, they are failing to understand. And also the fact that they do not want to collaborate with other artists becomes a problem. Because it's
No, I think no, it goes deeper than that. I don't
Okay.
think they don't want to collaborate with other artists.
yeah.
And I don't think Uguti they are aware now, because firstly, for you to be able to stand up for yourself is to know that you are the business.
Yeah.
Your talent is the business.
Okay.
That's where it kind of starts, because if you see yourself just as, no, Mina, I'm just Mary Ellen, I'm just talented in singing, you just consider it a talent. You don't consider yourself a brand and a business.
Yeah.
That's where it starts. That's where a lot of exploitation will even come in, because when you consider yourself a business, you will do the necessary research to protect yourself as a brand, as a business.
True.
And that's the problem. Because I see it when I assist I'm an artist, Uguti, the moment you touch on the business side of things, of the arts, they want you to speak to their manager, even when they are not famous, even when it's like when you're an artist, you already have a manager, but how can I speak to your manager? You need to know these things. How will you know that your manager is ripping you off?
Yes.
How will you know? You know what I'm saying? They will quickly redirect you. When you want to speak about business, they will quickly redirect you to someone else. But when you speak about the performance, that's the only time they will listen.
Imagine.
So if you can take yourself seriously, number one, then you make very little room for exploitation and people taking advantage. Of course, you'll do gigs here and there for exposure. It's important. I'm not saying Guti, that's null and void. It's important. Vele mongawaziwa, and you trying to get your name out there. That is important. But you can't be performing for exposure 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Kanjani,
Exactly.
exposure. Yes. Kanjani, like your exposure should have a time limit. Let me give you an example, Nolu. So I am a model. I'm a plus size model. And how I started was, okay, I want to be a fashion designer. And manje senginale impahla, I want to be a plus size fashion designer. I've got these clothes. I called the model who said she was a certain size and now she's not. So now I have to model my own clothes. Right? Then when I started, the plan was not to be a model.
Yeah.
From the get-go, I knew, okay, these were just doors and avenues that were opened. Okay, because I have the looks and plus size modeling industry is booming.
Yeah.
So why not? You know?
Yeah.
So I did that. But very, very shortly after that, I told myself, okay, I got this, which is fine, but I want to be part of management for Soweto Fashion Week.
Okay.
And I modeled for 2 years. After that 2 years, I was part of management for Soweto Fashion Week.
Wow.
For a lot of people, that was how we've been modeling for so many years. We've been here before her. The difference is, Mina, I know what I want.
Yes.
I know I'm the business. I know if I want to get there, I'm going to need to take steps. Manglapa, I'm not there as a model. I'm there to study everything that is happening around me. Do you get what I'm saying?
True.
I'm there to study everything that is happening. By the time Niba approached her to be part of management, yes, I was afforded the opportunity because I made myself familiar with the space. I took the necessary time to research the modeling industry, what goes into it, what is required, what are the different roles, how can I be involved? Because you can't just want to play, but you don't know your position.
Exactly.
How can I be involved? What are my contributions? What are my strengths?
And you
And
don't
then
know the game
boom, it
also.
happened. You get what I'm saying? Ezinye izinto is just simply about taking yourself seriously.
Yeah.
And sometimes, okay, mase uzithathile seriously. Then, like I said, Soweto Fashion Week doesn't pay models. Like everyone knows Gucci, that's your stepping stone. And it really was, because after that, I did a lot more fashion shows that I wasn't even qualified for because of my height. But I still walked on those stages because why? I knew what I wanted. Sometimes nama restrictions that are being placed there are being placed for formality, but when you go there, people just like your personality. You know what I'm saying? So I walked on stages that I never thought I would walk on, simply because I offered myself a chance and I took myself seriously. And in Nakona, I'm not saying that other people were not taking themselves seriously. I mean, there's a lot of people that are making it, like that are killing it now, that I started with in the modeling industry. And because they knew they were modeled, they are making it. They are making a killing out of it. They are models right now. They are making a killing. They are content creators. But Mina, because I knew Gucci, no, this space is a temporary space for me to learn what I need to learn, for me to get to where I need to go. That's why I did it. Okay. But yeah, perform for exposure, or perform for the little sense. But it shouldn't be your reality, which you're going to do that for 2 years, or have a time frame for yourself.
And also know the difference between something that's going to help you and something that's exploiting you. When I remember, I think it was 2 years back or 3, this lady came and because I told her that I'm also doing motivation. No, come through. I've got a gig at Sun City prison, the prison for ladies, Eben. Okay, fine. I went there. On that day, I saw that no man, it's only me, a speaker that is booked for the day. So that alone says something else. Being booked with prison, Sun City is not just a prison. So, okay, fine. I went there. I did a great job. And then I came back. She said, I got reports that everything went well. She wasn't even there now. I was like, okay. The gig was not paying. I do not know if it was she got paid or what. I don't know. The next week, now she's having a gig at Skoleni. Well, I know gigs is she gets paid for them. Ati, it's for exposure. I still want to see you. Yeah, God. So that's when I was like, no, like we can't hide behind into a exposure, because
True.
you booked me for Isan City. You can't just book anyone for Isan City uba ayothetha
True.
khona alone. Yeah, gone.
True.
And then come back and say kwile gig incinci that you still want to see me, the paying one. I'm saying
Ekbeni, you were not there to see me, the big one, for the
yes,
big
on
one.
the big one. Yeah, gone. On the one that had that gave a statement we career yakhe yena as a business. Now kule incinci, she still wants to see me. I was like, no, I can't work like that. No. I'm not that desperate for exposure.
Yeah, true.
Because if this was helping me, so at least it was gonna be something. But now I'm seeing that it's not helping me, it's helping somebody else. So leyo into it's one of the things that the artist needs is face. You get to shoot a movie kuthiwe yi-zero budget, and
True.
then after a year that person sells a movie yakhe, they get money. They do not come back to a cast and the crew. They eat the money alone. Yeah, but
True.
so
Yeah, unfortunately, those are one of the things, Nolu, that you have to then. That's why I need to, when you do research, it eliminates a lot of things. I know it's going to sound cliche, but yeah, eliminates. Like, for instance, when you are proactive with your craft and you are the one who's applying for funding and whatnot, you get to see things that, okay, when an event is thrown and you are drafting a proposal for it, you are including everyone that you are going to pay in that budget.
yeah.
So there is no way that all these big events are just for exposure. It means
Exactly.
they are exposing, they are using the exposure so that they can eat. But at the end of the day, like I said, Uguti, you then can't fight them because on what leg,
Yes.
you know,
True.
on what foot are you standing on? You just need to make sure, Uguti, you do what works for you. Like I mean, Nolu, we've all seen how even big artists can be forgotten about just the next day.
Exactly.
We've seen that. So you don't need exposure at 3 years for you to make it in the industry. If we are born and if something feels shady, then it is shady, definitely. And a lot of people, why they can fall for that is because even in our country, our government doesn't take artists seriously.
Yeah.
You know, they think this is just the entertainment. In fact, I hate the word entertainment industry. What makes you think I wake up thinking, hey, namhlanje you entertain unolu?
Yeah.
Like, I don't wake up to entertain you. It's the creative industry. It's the creative industry. It's for people that are naturally gifted at certain things. And unfortunately, it's not a formalized industry, but you can't say that because we contribute to the taxes, we contribute to the history, rich history of this country. We contribute. You can't then not even include us in the State of the Nation address.
Exactly. But
Everyone else and every other profession has a budget. And then you're not going to include the creative sector.
and
It was after we had approached the ministry about that also, that we had a conversation about that.
before we move on, Kumbule, Mary Ellen, there was a time everything was standstill in South Africa. Nobody was going to work. Like clubs were closed and everything else. They needed us creatives to help them sit at home, kakuhle, watching YouTube,
Exactly.
watching whatsoever. They needed creatives, and then now. Minister of Education comes back and say, no, we do not need more.
We need more artists.
Yeah, we need
like, how
so
do you
and
say
so.
that on a public platform? How do you say that?
Exactly. Mary Ellen, before Silando, because of time, can we quickly talk about the importance of organizations, quick creatives?
Okay, so Organizations are very important. However, organizations that work for you.
Okay.
There's a lot of organizations out there. Trust me,
Yeah.
a lot. And half of them, I mean, we can ask artists right now we can do a petition.
Okay.
Which organization do you know that has worked for you? I don't think Uguti, you can count them. I don't think they can make more than your 5 fingers. You can count them all in one hand.
Yeah.
And Nakona, that's if you are lucky to even know more than 3 that have worked for you.
I only know one.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So our organization are important, but only when they work for you.
Okay.
And another thing, it's an alignment thing. If you're gonna join an organization, you need to make sure it speaks the very same language that you speak. You need to make sure you guys have the same values and you have the same interests. And a lot of us, most of the times when we follow an organization, we don't even know the policy of the organization. You know, Guti, that's public knowledge. You can go there to the policy, your organization, and literally hold them down. Guti, your policy says you are an organization that helps creatives with 1, 2, 3, but I am not seeing that.
True.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So artists, they also need to, when you research about the organization, look at their statements, look at their work, so that even when you want to have a meeting where you can hold that, because that's another thing. We are entitled to holding our organizations accountable. But a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
You as an artist, if your organization accepts you, you are entitled to hold it accountable. Not for your personal success, no, but for not delivering what they claim they are about in their books. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
And then also they can assist you if you know there are right organizations. They can literally assist you with opportunities, number 1. Number 2, they can assist you with knowledge, skills, skills development, information sharing. That's what organizations are for.
Okay. I will speak to you offline. I need you to give me permission to be talking about you on other artists. Remember, the mandate of the show, it is to help artists to turn their hustle into a business. So should they need your services, I'm sure that they can come to you.
The door is always open.
Yeah, hence I'm saying I will need your permission to be doing that throughout the shows. Uba, guys, if you need so help, please go to this person. Thank you very much, Mary Ellen. Hopefully we will have a part 2 where you get to come to Studio Z2 and see, and we drive the show up until the end.
Thank you so much, Nolu. I had a great time. I even forgot that it's an interview. I hope I wasn't blabbing too much. Oh my God.
You were perfect. You were perfect because, one thing, I'm trying to make it as friendly as possible, because rather than an interview, I want a conversation, because if we were to have an interview, it means isizoba formal, we only talk about this and that. Now we need to have a conversation and come down to a level of understanding creatives as Thiele. So I think this was perfect, Shem. I don't want to lie.
Sure, thank you for having me, and thank you to your listeners for tuning in. And can everyone just have a blessed year?
Thank you very much, Mary. And then please, as I said before, please do invite me sometime when you guys having meetings and all. I would love to come and sit in and bring information to my listeners.
No, definitely.
Thank you very much. I
will do.
Thank
you.
We'll talk. Thank you.
Alrighty.
That was Mary Ellen, a city artist. Wake up. work, open doors for yourselves. If iminyango ivaliwe, make sure you open doors for yourselves. Before siqhubekeka about that, let's quickly go on music. Sizodlala uTerry Pablo and uPablo da Psychotic. Besithi saxify, not sexting, saxify. Let's go, family. Asamege. That was Terry Pablo and Pablo da Psychotic. Besithi sathi Saxify. My dear people, that was Mary Ellen together with Unzako. They brought us information ebalulekileyo, guys. So much information because uzukhumbule that we artists tend to think we are just entertainers, and Mary Ellen was all a city. We should shy away from the name entertainers. Rather, we should use the word creatives, because uzukhumbule indoba, if you are just an entertainer, it means you are someone who wakes up in the morning, of which that's not the case. We here, and together with other people, together with the likes of Mary Ellen, your Sakaiv, your Anzago, we're trying by all means to help you as an creative. Uyazi ndoba, you can turn your hustle, you can turn your craft into something that brings money to the table. It's not about waking up, guys, or your performer at Disofeng or other places. It's not about making a song at the same time you're not making money out of it. No. Tati exposure, as Mary Ellen said, you can make it, you can have indoor exposure, but do not take time or send us into exposure. You cannot spend 2 years, 3 years, 4 years or sit to know it's only for exposure. No, it doesn't work like that. Go for an opportunity. It's all good. First month is for an exposure. First year, okay, we have women exposure. But that's too much. That's too much. Remember, you travel. You use money to travel. You use money to eat when you go on these gigs. It's all about money. You need to dress up. You need to have makeup. Ufuna ku dress up appropriately. And then yonke lonto idinga imali. Ngomso you will come back uthi wena. You don't have this. You don't have this. You end up mixing yourself with izinto ezingekho right, or because you want to be beautiful so that when you go for this exposure, you look presentable. I'm not saying exposure is wrong. I've done it a number of times. There was a time umtu ati, Lou, I need this. Can you come through? I'd go there. Not that it was for exposure, kakulu, but because I wanted to make a name for myself. I wanted to build connections. For example, you cannot make it alone in this industry. You cannot just wake up and say, I'm a radio presenter and think zonke izinto zaba right. No, it takes time. You need people to take you to right places. You need to surround yourself with people who knows people. So you can do exposure because of that. So that wazane nabantu. So that you build a connection with other people. Rather than that, guys, do not spend more than 2 years. I remember there was this guy, we were shooting Istingo as background artists. So this guy, he's been a background artist for more than 6 years. And close 6 years, he's waiting for that day abaza umphikisha ngakhona as a featured extra or a permanent role. I'm like, 6 years is too much. Then it means there's a problem somewhere. Your agency was supposed to ensure that they prep you in a way that you do not spend 6 years as an extra. Eventually, you should be getting 2 lines or 3 lines. That way, you are moving from an extra to a featured extra. Then, boom, next day, kuzothiwa you've got lines, paragraphs. You cannot spend so much time on something engakusi engakusi where you want to go. Where exposure, guys, it's necessary, but don't overdo it. There are production companies, not production per se, your production houses, Bati, in fact, together with production companies. If you've been shooting for, let's say, Generation as an extra, one day, bazoti, we need featured extras, or we need people with sizabanika a role. However, we do not need faces. What does that mean? It means when, as a background artist, you are not needed. Uzabafumana bati, we need background artists this week, but people that have never shot a generation. It means when, as a background artist, you are 2 months. Umsebenzi uphelile generations. Ukhumbule into yoba you get your 8 seconds of fame as a background artist. You cannot appear more than that. It's just 8 seconds and less. We can never see you on screen more than that. So, if you're doing izinto for exposure, know that exposure yako, it's also playing a role negatively with career yako. I'm not saying stop being extra, but there are other ways you can explore, such as becoming a content creator. Go on YouTube, go on Facebook, have a content. As a message to Mary Ellen, if the doors keep on closing on you, make sure that you open your own door. And opening your own door, it means no one can come in and close it for you. It's just you. Ne? So yeah, that's it from myself today. My name is Noluthando Nondalana, and this is the Creative Corner, the only show that takes you through indawo ezibalulekileyo and that takes you through and gives you information that you truly need. Please give us a message, send us a message on 0615247758. And also, thank you to everybody who has been watching the show. Hopefully, you will watch after hours and send it to your people. We still look, the music video competition is still running. And also, we are still looking for presenters for our upcoming shows. We've got your artist catalog. So if you want us to list your name, make sure that you contact us on the number on the poster, artist catalog, which is always circulating on our Facebook. Do like our Facebook page so that you will be notified when we have new gigs and events and other things on the pipeline. We will be playing DJ Boyza and Josie Lane, Besithi Ungena Mali. This is Share Online. And also you can come again, you can come back after hours, I think at 6 o'clock, and uyobukela on our website. Listen to this show on our website. So it means if you have missed the show up on Facebook, you can go back. You can go to our website and listen to the previous shows. Sick Pet, we've got you, we've got you, we've got you. DJ Boys are featuring Josie Lame, Ungena Mali. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. we've got The Trusted Talk. And Thursday at 2 p.m. we've got the Broskis of Sotra. And 8 p.m. Thursday we've got the 8th Hour. And then Friday at 16:00 we've got Guts Lifestyle Radio Show. Guys, make sure that you do not miss these shows. They all bring different vibes, so you do need to listen to them. If you're an artist, creative, entrepreneur, these shows are for you. Masambe ke ungena mali by DJ Boyza featuring Josie Lane. Masambe ke.
Uhamba mali, kasufambelani.